We weren't born hellraisers, just normal kids looking for a thrill. We figured this life won't last forever, so might as well write a story worth reading.
Well, I hear when you get there, you get to see what you did down here. And if that's true, I'll tell you, it's gonna be a hell of a highlight reel, full of Friday nights and fast cars, empty bottles and broken hearts, and a few I'd do it again scars. Yeah, my boys, they always had my back. We were driving like we stole it, rolling up 6 deep, cooler full of cold beer, riding in a backseat. Taillights gathered around a bonfire glow. If mama only knew what mama didn't know. We were Saturday night, 10-foot tall, bulletproof. Sunday morning hungover, hiding in a back view, asking for forgiveness and redemption, and praying God lets hellraisers in heaven.
I hope he lets some black boys in, yeah. It's true, we just some beer drinking, rebelling devils. I guess all the shedding tear time spent with the reverend, it didn't mean too much to me way back then. Cause all I wanted to do was sip some Jack with my friend, living life in the fast lane, hungover Sunday. I'm hoping that the highway to hell is not a one-way. If I pick the path, it's gonna always be the fun way. I was kinda hoping I can kick it with you someday.
Sometimes I just kick on back and just laugh on how we used to be. Raising hell, life's complete. Being good, refuse to be. Them hellish and rebellious ways, all I ever do is dream. Normal high school kid routines really wouldn't do for me. All I can say is we had one hell of a ride. We just some good old boys that had one hell of a time. We didn't always keep it straight, sometimes we bailed out of line. Standing out in heaven's gate, I hope they let me inside.
Yeah, we were driving like we stole it, rolling up 6 deep, cooler full of cold beer, riding in a backseat. Taillights gathered around a bonfire glow. If mama only knew what mama didn't know. We were Saturday night, 10-foot tall, bulletproof. Sunday morning hungover, hiding in a back view, asking for forgiveness and redemption, and praying God lets hellraisers in heaven. Ain't no doubt, man, we lit this town up, cause all them stories, they still all about us. With some labels you can't outrun, we can't live it down, but we sure lived it up. We were driving like we stole it, rolling up 6 deep, cooler full of cold beer, riding in a backseat. Taillights gathered around a bonfire glow. If mama only knew what mama didn't know. We were Saturday night, 10-foot tall, bulletproof. Sunday morning hungover, hiding in a back view, asking for forgiveness and redemption, and thanking God he lets hellraisers in heaven. Hellraisers in heaven.
Looking back on it, it all started innocent enough. No matter how far we went off that deep end, it was like there was an angel just looking over our shoulder. But eventually, the fun was gone, and all that was left were the ruts and the roads we had traveled.
Well, I slipped off to the carport on Sunday after church, and I cranked some rock and roll, put the bank inside my bowl, let it spark up to the dark side where it wasn't supposed to go. And that preacher man's gonna know, but I just can't say no to an old untamed Mustang just itching to get gone. That 302 the boss said I'm taking Monday off. I ain't strung out on the shit and I ain't derailed off the tracks. Just don't cross that line. and make sure the line is fine. No, I'm not ashamed. Sometimes I'd like to find some cocaine. I get tired of living life good, so I ease toward the flame. No, I'd like to get off the chain.
I don't know what's left of me. These demons try to get the best of me. Maybe it's just my destiny. Another highway to hell recipe. And I pour up a cold drink, and I caught up in no flame. And I'm feeling just like old Hank when I chop out that propane. That gas pedal sticks. I'm alone hearing voices in my head saying, boy, get back home. And I take it and own it, and I don't try to flaunt it. Another come to Jesus moment, but when the pain comes, I'ma stone it.
And no, I'm not ashamed. Sometimes I'd like to find some cocaine. I get tired of living life good, so I ease toward the flame. No, I'd like to get off the chain. I'm not ashamed, but sometimes I'd like to find some cocaine. Yeah, I get tired of living life good, so I ease toward the flame. To get off the chain. I said, oh, I'd like to get off the chain.
It's lights out again. The jukebox is still playing that same old wicked tune. No matter how many sunrises we saw, every day felt like waking up out of the grave. I guess you run away from your angel long enough and you eventually lose him. And sooner or later the devil starts singing. We all got caught up in his song.
I gotta get away sometimes, and I hold on to the sunrise. It's the only thing I can still feel. With this old leather suitcase, I'm leaving this new place, 'cause it's hard to tell what's fake from the real. I hang my head low, I pray I don't lose control, 'cause I'm holding right on by 6 strings. The choices I made when these boots walk away, I hope all of my angels will sing.
Now I know my gone cold. It must have been a rebel in me. I sold my soul down at them crossroads. That's just between the devil and me.
Just between the devil and me. Just between the devil and me. Between the whiskey and the sad songs and the memories of the past on, I step out into the night just to walk along that edge, like a gypsy drifting back home. But what do you do when that's gone? Better get your ass out of sight, so maybe you just forget. And tell me how you get back now. I know what I did was wrong. I did so much raising hell that hell is all I know. Tell me how you just sit back and watch me get stoned. The devil's do is cumbersome and never leaves you alone.
Now I know my heart has gone cold. It must have been a rebel in me. I sold my soul down at them crossroads. That's just between the devil and me.